Merry Christmas, TTs. How are we all doing? I hope you're all well. It feels like forever since I've been sitting here. I don't know if you can see behind me. This place is full of junk, full of Amazon boxes and presents for the kids and presents for family and everything. I'll be wrapping probably in here on Christmas Eve, so it's been a bit hectic. I've not been online for a couple of weeks on the group or gets involved in the chat or the Patreon chat group or anything like that will know a couple of weeks ago I decided to rip out my kitchen at home. So I have been frantically trying to get a kitchen in my house so that I have a kitchen to cook Christmas dinner in. And yeah, I've done it. I've got there. I've got to the point where I've got a kitchen. It is an ongoing process. So I've done all the base units, the floor, and everything like that. That's all in. And my new cooker, which was the reason why I changed the kitchen to fit the new cooker because it's huge. So yeah, that's the reason why it's been a little bit quiet. But that is done now. I have time off work. I can't wait. I can't wait to get hobbying. So I've had a bit of a disaster tonight. Just before I come online, the last few nights I have got the odd bit of hobbying. So I've been doing my Christmas bauble. I don't know if you can see that. Let's have a look. It comes apart. I've been doing that, so it's like getting the everything like that on my bauble. Looks a bit rough when it's open, but when it's closed, like so, there you go. It's all right. So I've just got to do the actual diorama inside, give it a clean, and that's done. So tonight, what I was going to do, there's trees to go in there and a big snowball and little bits of things like that, like a snowman. Tonight, what I was going to do was paint the two characters which are going in my bauble while streaming, chatting to you guys, wishing each other a happy Christmas. And I base coated. Let me see. I just want to check that I used the right spray. Yeah. So I base coated my two Hobbit, which when I've used it in the past has been an amazing primer. And I base coated them in Wraithbone earlier this afternoon, so it was all ready to go. Because it's such a mess, I was getting everything ready on my desk. And yeah, I was a little bit early. I was here, I had about 20 minutes to spare, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to get the base flesh tone on the Hobbits, and whilst I'm painting, I can work on all the cloth colours and get the, you know, I was hoping through the washed, get them to washed. And when I started painting the Bugman's Glow on it wasn't adhering to the, I don't know why I'm doing that like it's me. It wasn't adhering to the primer. It was just pooling and like sort of moving around. It wasn't reacting the way I wanted it to, which is very odd. I don't know why it's done that. It's never done that before. So I then I thought I'll go over them with my go-to primer, which is the Vallejo Surface Primers, because that is great to paint on. And I'll go from there, it'll be fine, no problem. And I got some of that in my airbrush, went over them, and that wouldn't even stick. That was just like, you know, moving around and separating. So I don't know what's going on. So I've put them in some isopropanol. So I'll be stripping these live on stream and hopefully getting them primed again. Whether we'll get to the point of painting, I don't know. But as any of you know who are in the Facebook group, if you are new here, how many have we got? I think we've got about 17 people in, which is great. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. I know it's a hectic time. We were doing like a bit of a Christmas challenge on the Facebook group where we're going to do something Christmassy to do with our hobby. And that was what this was. I'm going to be doing baubles with my kids. And I also did this, going off topic. I'm terrible for it. If you know me, you know. If you can see that. Is that showing up? Oh, it's got a weird green screen. Let me just get rid of this thing. Where are we? Where is it? Can't find it now. It's got a weird green screen thing, so it might not show up actually. Yeah, because when I streamed last time, I had that. When I streamed last time, I can tell I've not done it in ages. Yeah, it's still green screen. I had a green screen on, but basically I did this as well. So I've got these little sort of wood slices. Me and the kids are going to make, they've got little holes in to make decoration. I painted a Hobbit door on there. So that one I did whilst I was messing around and waiting for glues to dry and stuff. What was I saying? I went all in a tiz. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to get these primed on the stream and chat with you guys and basically just have a drink. I'm not drinking my usual Peroni Moretti. I'm drinking Peroni. My neighbour dropped me off some little Peroni bottles, which is very nice for Christmas. because I helped them out with a leak they had yesterday. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. Hopefully we'll be all right. I'm just going to I'm going to pop my chat screen out so I can see it bigger. Pop out chat. If you'd let me know in the chat that the sound and everything is okay, you know the drill with me. I'm always a bit paranoid about it. That would be fantastic, and we will see who's in. 22 in. Welcome everybody. If it's your first time in the chat, please say hello. If it's not your first time in the chat, please say hello. This is a Christmas stream where we can all just, I think it's probably the last live stream pre-Christmas that we'll have. It's Christmas on Friday. I'm very excited. Christmas is a big deal in my house. I always take Christmas very seriously. I love Christmas. I love this time of year. I just love everything about it. The eating, drinking, merriment. Just, I know we can't all meet up with friends, especially you guys who are down south. So I do apologise for that. I'm getting warnings up on my screen, but I think we're okay. Do keep me updated in the chat what's going on. So let's have a look. Where is the chat box? Green Tree's in. He's got no work tomorrow. Fantastic, Green Tree. I am with you, my friend. I'm doing last minute shopping tomorrow. Last few bits. I got most of the stuff. There's just a few things that I couldn't get online. You know, a few personal, like more personal touch things that I want to pick up for like my mum and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. Hopefully that won't take too long. I'm going to get up early anyway and go out and get that done. Come home and start relaxing. Which will be a lot of fun. So it's great that you've got no work tomorrow because you've always got to be up at stupid o'clock like me. So yeah, sit back, strap in and get your paints out, Green Tree. Hajinder's popped in. He said he might pop in later. Merry Christmas to all. Merry Christmas to you, Hajinder. I hope you can pop back in. It'd be great to have you. Ruth is in. She said Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas to you, Ruth, and to Sean. I hope you have an amazing one this year. And I miss you guys. It's going to be great to finally catch up when we can. It's looking like that might be a while off. At the moment, with another, you know, we're not going to get into politics and stuff, but yeah, it's got the you know what's hit the fan again. Ashley Fisher says hi everyone. Hope you're all keeping safe. I'm keeping very safe. I've been very cautious in the last few weeks because I do want to nip to my mum's on Christmas morning and see my mum with the kids. So we've been very careful, which is why I chose to do my kitchen when I did, so that I could have a long period before actual Christmas where I don't have to come into contact, because I work in people's houses a lot. So I tied that up on the 11th, which is good. So yeah, I hope you guys are keeping safe as well. Glenn's in. Welcome, Glenn. Glenn, you will be happy to know, my friend, my kitchen is up and running. I've got my new cooker, which I'm absolutely in love with. So me and you are going to be chatting a lot on I Can, You Can Cook. If you're into your cooking, if you like cooking, if you like food, if you like experimenting with food, do go and check out the Facebook group I Can, You Can Cook, spelled as it sounds. And there's also a YouTube channel that is spelled slightly differently. I don't know why I did this. It's basically I can normally, then you, the letter U, can cook. I Can, You Can Cook. Yes. That YouTube channel is out there. For some reason, when you search for it, people struggle to find it. But if you go on the Facebook group, I think there's a link to it there. Correct me if I'm wrong, Glenn. And you can find it. I'm going to be doing some videos, like cooking videos and stuff. I'm not a chef or anything by any means, but I do love my food and I love cooking. So if you like trying new things or sharing your recipes and sharing what you guys are doing as well, then get over and check that out. But Glenn, yes, we will be speaking a lot on there because you've been still cooking away like a madman. Glenn says Merry Christmas, Team TTG and TTG fam. Merry Christmas to you as well, Glenn. Andrew saying thank you to Glenn. Merry Christmas to all. Nearly time for the big man to arrive. Steve, that is. I am quite big. I put on a bit of weight. That's why I wore a black t-shirt, because it's quite slimming. But yeah, I've been eating a lot. I've been feeling Christmassy for a while, even though I've been really busy. And with not having a kitchen for 2 weeks, we've had a lot. Actually made me feel really grim. I'm not going to lie. Like, having takeout a lot just made me feel horrible. I'm just checking on my models and then I'll jump back in the chat, because I don't want to leave them there for too long. Because ISO tends to have a bit of a funny reaction with some metals. And it leaves like a weird residue, but they're coming out fine. They've only been in there 2 minutes and all the paint's off. Hamish is in. He says it's happening. Nobody panic. Welcome, Hamish. Good to have you, my friend. Matt Prescott is in. Matt, how are you, my friend? I can't believe you actually made a stream. Welcome. And Merry Christmas to you, my friend. Nick Gardner's in. He says he has 5 bottles of mulled wine. I'm not into mulled wine. I'm not really into wine generally, but I'm not mad on mulled wine. I'm not keen on it. I'll tell you one thing. I was talking to my friend yesterday. Which I've never had, and I think I don't know. I might be wrong, but I think it's more of an American thing than it is an English thing. Is eggnog? Is that right? Is it an American thing? I don't know. I've never had it, but apparently it's egg. Is it egg, cream, gin, egg, cream, gin, and egg whites, cream, and gin. Is that it? And sugar. I think that's what it is. But I'm going to try it this year. I'm going to make some and give it a go because it looks really nice. Always just looks like Christmas to do it. I'll leave some for Santa on Christmas Eve and it'll be gone in the morning. Frederick's in. Welcome, Frederick. He says hello there. Andrew says never tried it. Which that can't be eggnog. That can't be that quick. What are we talking about? Can't remember. Reeve says, "Am I the only one in a Christmas hat?" I think you are. I had my Christmas jumper and everything ready, and then I got all flustered when my model started to go boobs up, and I ran in the house, and the heating's on in the house. It's red hot. And I took my jumper off while I was running around trying to find the ISO, and then I come back in here. I forgot my Christmas jumper, so I do apologise. But if it's any consolation, I am feeling very, very Christmassy. Amy says, East or West Coast rapping. I never took sides, mate. I never took sides. I was firmly on the fence. Glenn says, I'm in my TTG Halloween since the Christmas ones didn't tickle my fancy, Ruth. No Christmas hats in sight. It's quite lucky actually because I think there was about 6 people who placed an order for the Christmas T-shirts. And I got the order in on the date. They said I needed to get the order in, etc., etc., etc. And then the company that I get them off didn't get their delivery of T-shirts, so they got delayed. So it was quite lucky. I did offer people a full refund because I got offered a full refund, and only one person took a refund because they are quite cool colours as well. So yeah, that was good. I do like the colours. I like the white with the red's really nice. Amy says, life's a bit grim up here in Scotland. Pretty much full lockdown for 3 weeks from the 26th. Thankfully, I get to see my parents for a few days. Maybe I'll get some hobbying done. Yeah, it's been a bit mad the last few days. We around Manchester, etc., in the northwest. I say we. It kind of really didn't affect me any differently, really, because I was being careful anyway. I have tried to be as careful as possible all the way through, but there was a lot of complaints about us being in Tier 3 and London being in Tier 2 and all that malarkey, which I understood because the facts didn't add up. But it is what it is. But I think we need to look back at it now and think if we weren't in Tier 3 and we were in Tier 2 in Manchester, we could quite easily be in Tier 4 now, like London is. So in a sense, it was a blessing that we were in Tier 3 for so long. But it is grim. I do feel for everyone who has been hit by that. It's very, very unfortunate for a lot of people. And I think I've spoken to a few people about this who have been affected by it. And it's kind of a blanket thing, isn't it? Because, especially like London, they were in Tier 2 for so long. And I think people just could become a little bit blasé. So they could still go out for food and have drinks, etc., etc., etc. And it's skyrocketed there now. But then on the flip side to that is you've got the people who weren't doing that, who were being careful, not being silly, and they've been slapped with the Tier 4 restrictions, which is tough, man. It's tough. But fingers crossed, people will come out of it soon. I hope so. Is Tier 4 basically full lockdown, like lockdown, where it's only essential work and things like that, and only super food places are open? Am I right in thinking that? Aaron DeHaz, happy holidays from Belgium, guys. Stay healthy. Welcome, Aaron. I don't think I've seen your name in the chat before, so yeah, welcome to you, my friend, and season's greetings to you as well, and hope you are well and healthy also. Ajinder says, my missus is after the range cooker. Should I buy? Yeah, mate, I've just got like the Mutts Nuts range cooker. I love it. I can't wait to cook Christmas dinner on it. I've been cooking on it already. I did a stir fry and I did like these ham hock things tonight with some dauphinoise potatoes and minted peas tonight. Yeah, get a range cooker. You can't go wrong. Just have everything on at once. Instead of having to think, you know, I have to put this on at this time, take it off, whack that on, and especially like an oven. Try to cook a big dinner with one oven's grim. I've done it for many years, but this year I was like, no chance. I'm not doing it no more. That's what I'm doing after this stream. That's the point. If anyone's in the chat of an app or a program, I know people are going to go, oh, just use a pen and pad. Yes, I know that. That's what I do anyway. But I wanna plan out my my schedule, if you like, of Christmas, because I'm cooking Christmas dinner this year. So I've got turkey and beef. Excuse me, all the trimmings. Very gassy, this beer. All the trimmings. I want to do a schedule, so I like to work to a schedule. I always work better when I've got guidelines and stuff. So I'm going to plan out, when I need to put the turkey on, when I take the turkey out, how long I let the turkey rest for, when the pigs in blankets go in, blah 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 blah. So if anyone knows of any good apps or anything like that, please do send me a link. But yes, Ajinder, get a range. Joe Holzman says, evening everyone, welcome Joe. Good to have you as always, my friend. What are you working on? I know did you say you were hobbying tonight? I think you said. Frederick says, sadly I missed you, his SPG Santa stream, but on the other hand, I just managed to do 180 push-ups and now I'm having a nice big salad with some chicken breast. Nice. Also saw the finale of Mandalorian today with some friends via Zoom. Makes me more interested in Star Wars Legion. Only play SPG at the moment. Yeah, Mandalorian's a funny one. So I watched the first season of the Mandalorian when it first came out. And I'm a Star Wars fan. I think it's quite rare to find someone who's not a Star Wars fan, but I'm a Star Wars fan from the originals. I'm of that age. I think as I've got older, Star Wars starts to show how much, in my opinion, it's aimed at a younger audience, obviously, and especially now it's owned by Disney. When I watched the first season of Mandalorian, I really did think that. I thought it was really, I don't know, it didn't float my boat as much as I wanted. I thought it was worth watching. I didn't think it was great. And then I binge watched the season 2. And it was only on, what day on today? Sunday night. I watched the last 2 episodes of season 2. And like the last episode, I'm not going to say anything. I'm dying to chat about it, but I'm not going to say anything in case anyone on here has not watched it. The last episode basically just transported me all the way back to me being a young kid and going to the cinema to watch Return of the Jedi with my older brother and my older cousin. At that time, and I must have been really. I've only got a very like a flash image in my head memory of that, so I must have been very young. And but then I remember watching the film when I was a little bit older and understanding more about it. But I think it was that experience of going to the cinema with my older brother that got me into Star Wars, and I have this little flash image, and it just nostalgia just rushed back in watching that last episode. So. I'm all in now. I'm a big fan. At first I was like, it's all right, but now I love it. That last episode was just blew me away. So can't wait for season 3. I don't know how they're going to top that, to be honest with you. And yeah, it's Dewey's SPG Santa stream. I didn't see it again. I've been so busy the last 2 weeks. I've not done anything. I've not even finished watching Tom and Damien's Fantasy Fellowship episode 1, and I've been dying to watch it. I started to watch it, and then it I got crazy again, and I've not watched the back end yet. So I'm probably going to watch that whilst I plan my Christmas Day cooking schedule tonight. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I also am a co-host over on Battle Streams in Middle Earth. It's a YouTube channel. You can search that. And Damien of the GBHL and GBHL podcast. He's the other host, and he has been able to get. I mean, he's going to struggle now, but he has been able to get Thomas Macklin, who's well known for a long time in and around the SPG community, to his house, and they have. It's amazing what they've done. They've basically took the Fantasy Fellowship from the Quest for the Ringbearer book, and they've committed. They're all into about a 3 or 4 year long schedule of filming these scenarios using a Fantasy Fellowship that Damien has come up with. It's fantastic. The trailer for it is amazing, and episode 1 has just gone up. I think we're getting episode 2 this month. I'm sure Damien said that. But episode 1 is up. Go and check it out. So search Battle Streams Middle Earth. Go and check that out. You will love it. The effort that's gone into it, trust me, is phenomenal. So go and check that out. You'll see more of that on Battle Streams. Hamish says, apparently we invented eggnog. Not sure on the legitimacy of that, but I found it strange the UK invented it. I didn't know. I assumed it was an American thing. I don't know. Maybe I've seen it on a film somewhere and they were drinking it and just assumed it was American. Don't know. Green Tree says, planning on starting a new snowy festive display tomorrow. Never tried snow before. Any tips? Yes. Whether there are any good tips, I don't. It's not. I've seen your display with the resin, with the water making the fish. That was amazing. Amazing. Loved it. I stick to using this stuff. I've tried all sorts of stuff. I've tried like ultra. It's still got that. I need to get rid of that filter, don't I? But basically, this is Woodland Sea and it's snowflake snow. When I first got this, I used to just put this on with PVA and it looked great. And then after a week, it would turn yellow. Just let me just check something on here. Where's that? There's no filters on there, is there? I'm just trying to get rid of this green screen thing. There we go. Hang on. Filters. Get rid of that. Tell me if this works. I love me Hobbit door up. You see my Hobbit? You see my Hobbit door? Yeah. There we go. Yeah, so I used to put that on neat with PVA. And it, like I say, it looked great. And then after a week, the PVA would start to yellow because PVA does yellow. Nothing you can do about that. Doesn't matter how much you pay for your PVA, it will yellow. But when you mix it with this, it's great. So what I do is I'll mix equal parts PVA and water. Mix it, it's a nice thin. Mix it with this, make a paste, and then add some white paint, and it's beautiful. And that is what I've done on here. Now I have airbrushed some of this. I don't know if you can see that, but it's very powdery. Looks great. Looks like snow. It's fantastic. So check that out. But before you do it on your diorama, Green Tree, have a play with it, mate. Just mess around with it because you'll find different consistencies do different stuff with it. So the more glue you add or the less glue you add, paint you add, does different stuff with it. I'd be here for hours if I just started talking about it now. But the best thing I say is just get some of that, little mixes. Get a couple of these little pots. This is, in fact, here's the pot that I used the other night. Get a couple of these little measuring pots from Amazon or something. There's some left in there. Get it out. It sets hard. Great stuff. Get yourself some pots, label them up, like 50-50 mixed PVA, like 75-25 mixed PVA. Mix it up and see which one you like to work with. If you want like really smooth blanket of snow, you want more liquid. If you want a little bit more rougher, less liquid. But try it out and do let us know how you get on with it, mate. Where are we? Hamish is asking Frederick, did he enjoy season 2? And Frederick says the German word for eggnog is Eierpunsch. Is that right? Eierpunsch. Eierpunsch. It's some combination of egg yolk and liqueur. And Green Tree saying no spoilers, Mando, please, no spoilers. I won't give no spoilers, mate. Diesel says Vader is Luke's father. Frederick says yes, even though the thing. Oh no, I'm not gonna read spoilers out. No. Ruth says, yep, and no one meant to leave or enter a tier 4. Yeah. And yes, you do have paint on an end, Ruth. You're further along than I am. Tonight was the cut-off for entries. But I think what I'll do is because I know it's been a bit crazy for people, I'm going to extend it to tonight. So tomorrow night, be a cut-off. Whatever is in the thread on tomorrow night, I'll probably create a poll. I think I'll let the community vote on it. Mine's not going to be ready. So mine's not going to be. Mine's not going to be in it. I'm just going to get it on my tree on Christmas Day. But yeah, I'll create a poll and the community can vote on it. And whoever wins, I'll send them a selection box or something. We'll sort something out. It was a bit of fun to try and get people in the festive mood. And I really wish there was so much that I wanted to do with it. Even the bauble that I'm doing, I wanted to do so much more, but I just didn't have the time. If I didn't have the kitchen to do, this is something I would have loved to get my teeth stuck into. I'm going to do a massive Christmas challenge stroke competition. Talking of competitions, you'll know that a couple of weeks, well, 3 weeks ago, I gave away a booth, which is just like my one, which is here, which was great. And it was who won it? Who won it? He's messaged me today. Oh, I'm terrible with names. Can't remember his name, but he's messaged me today saying thank you very much. I'm meeting up with him tomorrow to hand it over. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed the fact that loads of people got involved, and people really got behind it. And yeah, obviously, you know, they were trying to win something. That's fine, but the interaction was great. And I have reached out to a few people, companies who we talk about a lot on the channel. We've worked with some of them, and we may have a probably one of the biggest giveaways that we've had on the channel coming. I was going to do it for Christmas, but I've just not been able, like I said, I've been so busy, I've not been able to get things in place. So I'm probably going to do it as a New Year thing. So sometime between Christmas and New Year, I'll announce it more, and we'll do it as a bit of a welcome to 2021, and hopefully see the back end of 2020 and everything that brought with it. Will filter off, fingers crossed. So yeah, look out for that. That is a big competition. I'm really excited by that, and I was really excited by how many people got on board with it, and quite blown away by the generosity of some people. So someone is going to be a very lucky duck going into 2021. That's all I'll say on that for the moment. So, but do keep an eye out on the Facebook group. Do keep watching the videos, and you'll find out. Okay. Hamish says, thoroughly enjoyed season 2 and think it's the best Star Wars stuff they've done for a long time. Excited for season 3 and other stuff. Do you think they've peaked too early though with that last episode? I don't know. I really don't think they can top that. Not for me anyway. It'd have to be something really special. And he says, "Oh, dolphin wild potatoes sounds grand." Dolphin wild. I mean, what's not to like? We've got potatoes, cream, and cheese. That's a win. Being an engineer, you just need a simple Gantt chart for timings on Christmas dinner. I don't know what a Gantt chart is, so I wouldn't know what a simple Gantt chart is. But I'm, you know, all up for help. Joe does the predictable. Just use a bit of paper. Yes, I could use a bit of paper, but I would really love something on this bad boy, because it is synced to this bad boy, and I can have it next to the cooker with a little, you know, I can just tick things off as they're done, and that's what I'd really like, because I'm going to be really busy, plus I'm going to be drinking, and a piece of paper could quite easily get covered in gravy or something, so an app would be amazing. Joey's in, welcome. Yo, Mr. Steve, nice to see you, my friend. Just finished my own live stream and got some Cardish dudes, Boxer Warriors, and 2 chariots. Yeah, man, someone's mentioned it further up the chat. I would have jumped in. I've not had my eye on the ball at all on anything that's been going on social media, because my house has been an absolute tip. And we only got our decorations up last night. The kids have been going crazy. Because all their friends, I've got the decorations up, obviously, but because Dad decided to tear the kitchen to pieces, I've knocked walls down. I've moved all the services. I had to move where the gas came in and where the water came in and was going out to accommodate where I needed things to be. Because our kitchen is quite small, so I've made it bigger basically. So yeah, social media, anything like that, I've literally just been before bed, you know, flicking through, one eye open, half asleep. I've not been abreast of everything, but yeah, I'm done now. I'm done now till I'm doing the rest of it March. So, but now I'm all in hobby now for the holidays. This holiday, excuse me, always going to be a hobby-filled holiday for me, and I intend to see that through, because I've just not had any time. I've been so busy with work, and then the lead up. So I will catch up on it all though. You're doing some good stuff, Joe. I do really like your stuff. I love the quizzes, and I will get involved in one of them at some point. And I still need. I'll chat to you about it outside the chat, but I need to get you on SpeakFriend, because I'm going to pick SpeakFriend back up very, very soon, and I think it'd be great to have another content creator on there, and just chew the fat, so to speak. There's not been a lot to talk about, especially for Middle Earth. because there's not been any events. We've had a couple of releases, but there's only so much you can talk about that we haven't already said, on social media and things like that. But it will be nice to get together and do something. So that will happen, 100%, 100%. And I'll come over to you guys and do something with you guys as well. That'd be good. Joe says, primed around 50 models and some terrain this afternoon. Now working on some Moria goblins. You are an absolute workhorse, Joe. I think you're probably one of Steve Boner. You're probably one of the most prolific hobbyists that I'm aware of. Like, the amount of hobby you do is insane. I do apologise if the image jumps a little bit. I'm getting little flashes up. For some reason, it's saying drop frames detected. I'm not sure why. I don't think it's affecting the sound. I think it is just affecting the image. So yeah, just keep me posted how it is. If it does drop off, I will start again. But I don't think it will. I think it's just I don't know how to saying dropped frames detected. I don't know how to fix that. So whilst I'm streaming, if anyone does know, then hit me up. Amy says this is the way. Joe says season 1 was really good. Season 2 was amazing. Started great and just got better and better and better. Yeah, I agree. It got better. I just wasn't overly impressed. I think I expected loads more. I probably hyped it up in my own head way too much when season 1 dropped, and just wasn't overly impressed. But Aaron says, still busy on exams at the moment, but your videos really motivate me to get back and do some hobby work. That's great to hear, but concentrate. Most important, this hobby will always be here. Whereas your exams, you need to nail them first time. Julian's in. He says, evening guys, welcome Julian, and happy Christmas my friend. And Sean is in. He says, evening all, welcome Sean, it's good to have you. I hope you're well, brother. Oh, my messenger's going funny. Hamish says to Joe, think the last 4 episodes of season 2 just got better and better for me. Like Steve, one, they can top it, but roll on more Filoni and is the guy who plays the Mandalorian, Mando, is he leaving? I like him as an actor. He was in Game of Thrones, and he was also in, what's the one on Netflix? Narcos. He was as well. He's pretty good in that. Anders is in. He says, hey, just checking in while I finish up on some new Star Wars Legion buildings. I was going mad for Star Wars. I think Mandalorian has a lot to do with that. I actually have some Star Wars Legion stuff over there, which was something I was going to get into. I just don't know how time to do it. I mean, I've got the thing is now I've got all my stuff that I ordered, which is here in front of me. So, right, what did I get? I got elves, I got uruks, I got some Rohan, and then my Forge World Wallbats on that pile. The rest of the crap. I want to get through them on these holidays, so I'll probably be doing them over streams. But I end up doing this, don't I? I end up just chatting, which is great though. I like chatting. Julian says eggnog is based around a custard with addition of cream and brandy. Other spirits are available. I always thought it was brandy. When I was talking to my friend yesterday, he said, no, it's gin. It's gin. Maybe he just prefers gin, but I always thought it was brandy. I just had it in my head it was brandy. Ruth says, hi Munch from downstairs. Frederick says, this stream kind of feels like the old school Elven lunchbox streams. Lunchbox, remember them days? That was crazy, right? How long ago was that? How long ago? I've still got that T-shirt. I've got it's almost exactly like this. It's basically this black T-shirt, TTG logo, and across the back it says Elven Lunchbox. I got one made not long after that stream, and I've still got it. It's a little bit tighter now though. Sean saying hi to Ruth from upstairs. Tom's in. How you doing, Tom? Great to have you, and I hope you're settling in well. Back in Oz. He says, "G'day, mate. Jumping in late as usual. You're not that late, mate, and we're just hanging out. So you're not missed anything, pal. Don't worry, but it's great to have you. I hope you're doing well. I've seen some of your pictures on Facebook. Enjoying yourself, mate. So that is all that matters. It's good to know you're doing all right." Agenda says, "Mrs. is overjoyed with your range review. Just ordered Warriors of Minas Tirith, Mordor Orcs, Wargs and Knights. Trying to get all the models for the SBG scenarios. My Christmas hobbying is lined up. Good stuff." He also says, try Evernote. Evernote. I've heard of Evernote. You can make a tip box list or Trello. We used to use Trello for the channel. I didn't get on with it at all. I don't know what it was. It done my head in. I need things to be really simple. I'll have a look at that Evernote thing. Trello's like an online Kanban board. I don't know what a Kanban board is. I'm all make 3 columns: to do, doing, done, and then slide your tasks over in each column. I'll have a look at it again. Maybe it'll work. Basically what I'd like is something that like it's written on a page. So, with the times down the side, like a school timetable. It's like 9 a.m. 9 a.m. prep your turkey. 9:30 a.m. prep your beef. Blah blah blah. And if you just go down in time order, that's what I'd like. With a little tick next to it, that I can just tick it off to say it's done. That'd be awesome. Harry's in. He says, "Hey Steve, Merry Christmas, mate. Merry Christmas, Harry. I hope Cat are feeling very festive in their outfits." He said, "I managed to finish off some ruins of a skillet this weekend, but otherwise been super busy getting ready to move." Are you moving pre-Christmas? You mentalist. That's crazy. That's almost as bad as ripping your kitchen out. Jedril UK has just subscribed. Thank you very much, Jedril. Appreciate it, my friend, and welcome. Say hi in the chat. Let us know where you're from, pal. Green Tree says audio is fine, but video has been glitching slightly. Still okay. Yeah. If anyone knows anything about internet streaming or anything like that, who's in the chat now, and it's telling me at the bottom of my streaming software, it's got a little exclamation mark and it says drop frames detected 42% over the last 2 minutes. What does that mean? I know what it means. Obviously it's to do with the frequency, but is there anything I can do whilst I'm still on without turning the stream off to fix that? I'm just going to do a speed check actually. Sorry guys, this is great content, isn't it? Where were we? Let me chat back up. There's my chat box. There it is. Harry Bates says, "Wish there was more terrain sets." Yeah, I think we'll get some. I think we'll definitely get some. They're coming slow, surely. So I think we'll be all right. My ping's a bit off. I don't know why that is. Download speed 275. My ping says 99. That bobbins, isn't it? Why? What would make your ping bad? It's not terrible. It's 18 meg. It's normally 40, so that's lower than it usually is. But I don't know what the ping thing is. I don't know. Oh well. At least you can hear me. That's all that matters. Hamish says, "Think drop frames is when your bit rate for the vid quality is higher than your upload, assuming 9:30 is on Sunday's peak time." So right, okay, yeah, it could be that. Nothing serious though, as you say. Audio is fine. Good stuff. Joe says, "Not sure I'd call myself prolific. My hobby seems to come in fits and bursts, just more bursts than normal lately." Well, you're doing a lot, mate. So
I didn't catch. Could you try again?
Siri thinks I'm talking. I'm not talking to you, Siri. Sorry, mate. Glyn says, "It's rude." Glenn says, "How is it running TTG and helping Damien on battle streams, along with the work and the new kitchen you must be having? You must have been stretched thin these last few weeks." Yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? TTG is fine. TTG is my passion. TTG is the thing that motivates me most in my hobby. My this. A lot of the stuff I do revolves around TTG. I love this channel. I love the Facebook group. I love you guys. I love everyone that supports it. So it's been great. It's a bit of a transition, as we all know. Not gonna paint over it. Bit of a transition. It's gone from 2 to 1. But I don't think anything will change that much. Other than, in fact, no, I don't think anything will change that much. I don't think it'll change that much. In the future, you may see Jay on the channel. You may see him on the channel in the future. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know what's going to happen. Who knows? But things happened. That's it. No one's fell out. There's no bitterness. There was things that sometimes things come up. I'm trying to phrase it as tactfully as I can without saying things that it's not my place to say. But sometimes things come along in life that are more important than this. and you have to address them and go away and deal with them, and basically that's what it is. I think that's the best way to put it. But yeah, there's nothing major has happened. There's not been anything like that. I know probably a lot of people got a lot of questions, but there's not really any, there's no juicy gossip or anything anything like that. But as far as TTG goes, I've got, I mean, I've still got the same end goal that I've always had. There's still stuff that I want to do. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to do certain things now, like things that were easier with two people. But I'm hoping you lot from the community will help out and come in and film with me and stuff like that. And I want to cover events, not just my events, other events. I still want to cover events. That would be something that would be really awesome because I have the means to do it, to get people like Dowie and Damien and people from other content creators who kind of know what's involved in things like that to guest on things and help out. That'd be amazing, and that'd be great. So yeah, it's been tough. It's been weird. Battle streams is basically got me through lockdown. Battle streams kind of took me and Damien by surprise. It was something we kind of did on a whim, away from Top Table, and then it became something that we neither of us, in a positive way. That is, it's been amazing. It doesn't affect TTG in any way, shape, or form, and TTG doesn't affect Battle Streams. It's two different entities. It's been great, but the work, being busy at work and doing has been the biggest thing, because all I've wanted to do is hobby and film and get on camera and film battle reports and finish filming my flipping my terrain school videos, which I can do now. So that's been tough, but I'm through it now. Got through the hard bit. It's clear sailing now, Glyn. We'll be cooking. Joe says pushing to 200 models painted this year, which is considerably more than I've ever painted. That's good. If you can. I don't keep track. I don't think I want to keep track. I know I've not done a lot this year. I've not done a lot. I've started a lot. I've just not finished a lot, which is a really bad habit I have. Got loads of unfinished stuff. Hamish says, hadn't seen he could be leaving. Would be sad if he did. I like Pedro Pascal. He's a great actor. Yeah, he's good. Speed check will make it worse, but gives you an idea of the ideal bitrate. Tom says, thanks for the kind words, mate. Definitely glad to be home. It has been a trying year. So being back with family and friends has been a welcome relief. That's good to hear, mate. It's always good to have good people around you. Plus my hobby stuff set up at the moment, so I expect some content soon. Good. That's good to hear. Tom did appear on a Speak Friend. We'll do that again, I think, Tom. We'll have another Speak Friend. We'll catch up. When we've got stuff to talk about. When we've got some stuff to talk about, we'll do it. It was a lot of fun. Hamish says 99 is... It's normally on 2, though, Hamish. It's normally on 2. Glyn says he's not leaving indefinitely. Just guessing he won't be needed next season if they plan to keep his stunt double. I guess the helmet will... Eric Schultz is in. Eric, how you doing, mate? Season greetings, everyone. Happy to catch a live. It's been a while, Eric. I hope you're well, my friend. Frederick says, feel like I painted about 5 to 10 models this year. Excuse me. Only counting finished ones and converted what feel about 200 minis. And Julian says, just curious, does anybody in the group do any historical gaming? If so, what? I don't do any. I know there is a couple of people on the Top Table group. I don't know if there's any in the chat. There might be. Do let Julian know. But I know Andrew Cox does a lot of it. From the Beard Clipper. Check out his YouTube channel. Does a lot of terrain stuff. Stuff. So you could hit him up if there's anything you need or need to know. Ian's just come in. It says, evening, lads. What have I missed? Nothing, mate. Just me waffling. I hope you're well. And Hamish says, well, I'm beaten, still working until the 24th. See you all later and have a good Christmas and New Year, guys. And you too, Hamish. Hope you're well. And I'll probably be chatting to you at some point, Hamish. Some point. I don't know whether it'll be pre or post Christmas, but yeah. Plays a bit of bolt action, Julian. It's pretty historical, light, but it's a good system. Bolt action is something that I've been dying to dip my toe in, but it's just another game that I just don't think I've got time for. Yeah, there's a few people it looks like. Glenn says, I know I've been quite in the hobby aspect in TTG group, or even I Can Cook, been throwing myself of work available and returning family over lockdown. Glad to hear you are doing good stuff. Yeah, I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. It's been a weird time. I think it's, I try and not dwell on it too much. I don't want to moan about stuff because there's people who are far worse off than I've been. I've had it quite easy, really. I think it's just the boredom. Boredom's been a bit grim. I think in life, this is me getting on a level now. But I think in life you need a few different ingredients in your life for it to feel fulfilled. And one of the major things for me anyway, is human interaction. But not just any human interaction. Like I've been going to work and seeing people, like that's just pass by. But like actual seeing your friends, getting whatever the chemicals are in your brain that react to having conversations with people that you know and you have a relationship with. I miss that. I miss that loads. I think that's why I like live streaming a lot. It's not the same, but I do enjoy it. I do enjoy just talking nonsense, hanging out, supposedly painting and never getting any painting done. I miss it a lot. It's a big part of my life. I like to socialise a lot. So, yeah, I do miss that. But like I say, there's people who are far worse off than I have. There's people who've lost people. There's people who are locked down on their own. I've got people around me, so I can't really complain. Really, it's not the hard. If I'm totally honest, it's not the hardest thing in the world, is it? Staying. It's grim. It's boring, but it's not hard. You're staying. We're lucky. We're nerds. We're used to it. We're seasoned to sitting on our own in front of a desk, painting. It'd be a lot easier if you could see a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. And I think we can. Now the vaccine has sort of started to be rolled out, and we've got this surge now and this other mutation which apparently spreads quicker. But I think generally, if we're given the information as people, general public are idiots. But I think if we're given the information, I think that's the problem. We're not given the information. Like London jumped from tier 2 to tier 4. Like, how does that happen? Like, surely there was warning signs before they had to do that. Surely, but I mean, what do I know? Like, it's an odd one, isn't it? But yeah, I miss. If we could see the light at the end of the tunnel, it would make life. If I knew, right, okay, in June, everything's going to be semi back to normal, I'd just get my head down and just get through it till June. It's just not knowing it, which is a nightmare. It is a nightmare. But like I said, I don't want to moan about it. I don't want to complain because I've had it easy compared to a lot. So I hope you guys are in a similar boat. I know it's not always the case. Steve, weren't you looking for some sagebush material? Scenic Express has started selling it again. Yeah, so I've been to Scenic Express. I've been on their website, and it's like being in Vegas on acid. Like, I don't know what's going on. There's just loads of flashy and bright colours, and I don't really know what I was buying. I was putting stuff in my basket, and I didn't know what it was because they had different types. I didn't know what was going on. It was odd. I bought off them before the site was like a bad trip, and it was fine. But the last time I checked it, their website was very odd. I just couldn't. It gave me a headache just looking at it. But yeah, I am after some. So if you want to buy me some and tell me how much it is, I'll send you the money. That'd be great because I can't work their website up. Glenn says, Bollocks from Black Powder, Men Would Be Kings, Dark Age, historical play. Yeah, Glenn, I forgot about you, Glenn. Glenn plays a lot of stuff. Hajinda says, you mentioned a website for the OOP models that aren't extortionate on a previous stream. Do you remember what the name was? It was the store for 7th City Collectibles by Barney and Will. So if you Google 7th City Collectibles, you'll find their website, and there's different ranges there. And it's a great site. It is a great site. Check them out. Julian says, now that Sir Ian McKellen has had the vaccine, does that mean that he has changed from Gandalf the Grey to Gandalf the White? People have got different opinions. I'll be first in the queue. As soon as I'm offered a vaccine, I'm having it. Simple. If it gets me back to some sort of normality, where I can go and see my family and friends again, I'm having it. I don't get on board with all this. Oh, we don't know what's in it. Blah blah blah. You don't know what's in that ready meal that you pick up off the shelf in the supermarket. You take home and whack it in a microwave, nuke it, and then eat it. You haven't got a clue what's in it, but you still do it because you choose to. So that's my opinion anyway, and I wouldn't try and force my opinion on anyone. But yeah, that's my opinion. I'm having it. So I've caught up with the chat. So what I'm going to do, let me know if this ruins. If I put that down there, is that better? So I can see at least see what I'm doing. I'll do it like that so it's not as bright. So all the paint is off these guys pretty much. So I'm just going to fish them out. Do let me know in the chat what you guys are working on whilst chatting away. What you're working on. What you're looking forward to at Christmas. Are you getting any hobby stuff for Crimbo? I'm not, actually. Not that I'm aware of, anyway. That's not what I used that. Where's my wire brush? I'm not getting any hobby stuff for Christmas that I know of. I've asked family and friends for stuff in my kitchen. So I'm getting a load. This is where I get a bit fancy. I'm getting a load of Le Creuset cookware from different family members because that's what I'd really like. I threw out when I tore my kitchen to pieces. I threw out all the ow, wire brushes stab you. I threw out all my my old like pots and pans, and not all of them. Some of them were all right, but most of them that I've had for many years that are just knackered. And I think I've had them for so long and never replaced them because you always think, oh, I don't want to spend my money on that because it's a pot. I'll just keep using this one, why not? So Christmas was a good, I ripped the kitchen out. I didn't want any crusty old pots in there. It was a good excuse to get some new stuff. Look at that. Boom. All the paint off. Focus. It's not, is it? You know what I need to do? I need to plug in my other camera. Next time I stream, because when I'm over there, I've got my fancy camera over there, but I can't get over there because the desk what I stream off when I'm painting is full of presents. Do you know what? Actually, I'm glad that this happened. It might be a blessing in disguise because I've just noticed a really big mold line on Frodo's cloak. So yeah, highly recommend isopropanol for stripping. I'm just going to go and get my scraper tool to get rid of that. He says, and then he can't flip and find it. You gobshite. Is it in there? Oh. I'll have to try it with one of these instead. Can't find my scraper tool. Let's have a look. Get rid of this mold line. Get rid of this mold line. It's took most of the paint off. Let's try and get this. So let's keep it. If I keep it central, does it focus? You can see there's no paint on it, right? Last dip. Final bits off. Turn that off. Send that up there. Sorry about my barnet as well. I need a haircut. Where are we? Where are we? Ian says, were you lying down on the carousel? I don't know what that means, Ian. You have to explain. Hajinder says, thank you, Tesco Horseburger. Horse, I know I've eaten horse. I've not eaten horse through choice, but I know for a fact I've eaten horse in my lifetime. And I've probably thoroughly enjoyed it. Tom says, please don't inject ready meals. If it gets me more hobby time. Glyn says, weekend of 3 for 2022. Is there any reason for me not to arrange a weekend where a load of really awesome people hang out together and just have a lot of fun? Nope. No reason for me not to do that. That's all I'll say. Ruth says, painting Christmas tree bird. Ruth, we need to see it. We need to see this. And it is amazing to know that you're actually painting. And then after all this time of us shouting at you to paint your ents. Tim is said, expecting lots of hobby stuff. Is that for Christmas, Tim? Good man. Good man. Glyn says, working on a bottle of dark rum. I keep forgetting I've got a drink here. I've got 3 drinks here. So I need to get through these. Is anyone in the chat, other than Ruth, who entered the painting challenge, Christmas painting challenge? If there is, do put your hand up and let me know. Frederick says, currently painting my flappy creatures from Checklist Dirt. Let's see who understands this. Not me. Not a clue what that is. Julian says, getting the Quest of the Ringbearer and Armies of the Hobbit for Christmas. Good stuff. Solid. Quest for the Ringbearer for me is the best book that has been... I think it's probably my favourite SBG book ever. I think it is probably my favourite. It's amazing. It's an amazing book. Andrew says, I have 24 Uruk Scouts and Metal Command, 2 Lurt, now here on the go. Done 12 Scouts in 2 days so far. And so happy to have my painting mojo back. Yeah, it's amazing when you get that. When you get that fire in your belly for painting and you just pumping stuff out. It's amazing. I'm hoping I get there. I feel like I really want to be painting now, which is good. I think it's because that's all I've wanted to do for the last 2 weeks because I've had to do something else. So the fact that I've not been able to paint, I can't wait to get painting. Can't wait to get hobbying. This week's gonna be crazy. I'm doing my last bit of Christmas shopping tomorrow. I've probably got tomorrow afternoon, evening to myself to get some hobby done. I need to get this man cave sorted here, but there is actually junk everywhere. I can't move. But I think once Christmas is done, definitely I'm not back in work officially till the 11th, and even then I'm only back in sort of part-time for a week. So yeah, I've got loads of time coming up to hobby. Ian says, Rohan Heroes for me. Already have Derwine and Elfhelm. Aimer to come. And some Kraken rum. Good man. I do love me some Rohan. I have a huge amount of Rohan. Probably I'd say 40% painted. I have probably, the weird thing is, I don't think I've ever played Rohan in an event, and I think I've probably played Rohan on the table maybe 3-4 times. But Rohan is probably one of my favourite armies, not just for the profiles and the army and what they can do, but the aesthetic. I've said this many times before. When I first started playing, for me it was always like Rohan and Gondor were the armies that I wanted because they were like the good guys. And I went with Gondor first. I would have, if I had the choice, I probably would have gone with Rohan. But I went with Gondor because at the time I was playing with Jamie and James from GBHL, and James was big Rohan player. Kind of made it his own in the end, and yeah, it just made sense for me to have an army that no one else in our group was playing. So I went with Gondor, which I loved. I still love Gondor. Gondor are amazing, love them. But I'll always love Rohan, but just never really played them. I've got you should. It would make you sick if you've seen how much Rohan I've got. One day you might see them somewhere soon in a publication. I'll leave that there. Eric says, currently I'm cleaning up some alternate sculpts from Redbox Miniatures. Redbox Miniatures? Alternate sculpts for what, Eric? Phil? I've never heard of Redbox Miniatures. A third party or something. Tim says, expecting to get some washes, pigments, bit of scenery, and maybe some models. Have you been a good boy though, Tim? Have you been a good lad? Filippo's in. Yes, Filippo. He says, "Hi guys. Hope you are spending a great weekend before Christmas. Hope you are too, my friend. Wish you all the very, very best for Christmas and New Year. And I've said it before. I'll say it again. It is great to have you back in and around the hobby, mate. Your painting is inspirational. Anyone who hasn't seen Filippo's skills with a paintbrush, go on Top Table Gaming community page or go on the Great British Hobbit League and search Filippo's name, and I'm sure after about 15 minutes, when you pick your jaw up off the floor, you will be full of praise for his talents. His painting is some of the best painting hands seen on Middle Earth minis. It's amazing. So it's great to have you in, Filippo. I hope you're well, pal. Frederick says, I might get some SBG or hobby-related stuff from my brother and his girlfriend. They got me a Proxxon hot wire cutter last year. That's a solid present, my friend. I've got one on my shelf over there. I've not used it for a bit. We'll be getting used soon in school. And I had to help my mother and aunt order the right stuff. My brother and our 2 younger cousins also play SBG. Good to have it in the family. I've been trying to get... My son used to play a little bit, and he's gone off it, and he's swaying. He doesn't hobby at all at the minute, but he has been tempted to start picking up 40 since the new edition, and I've been just trying to get him. But lockdown's been tough because he lives with his girlfriend. His girlfriend is a nurse on a COVID ward, so I've not been able to get together with him since March. But we keep saying that when it's done and dusted and we're able to get together, we're going to get some games. He wants some games of 40k, and I want him to play SBG. So we'll see. We'll see who wins. I'll keep you posted on that one. But it's good to have it in the family. At least you got opponents at the red. Dwelling's in. How you doing, pal? He says, evening all. I hope you're well, Dwelling. And Eric says, also clean up my new plastic Theoden, waiting to get some gaming mats and paints. Gaming mats and paints. If only there was a competition coming up where you could win gaming mats and paints. I mean, that would be amazing, right? Plural as well. Mats and paints. That would be something special. I'd keep an eye out for that. Ian says, and I quote, like Tripping in Vegas, I was referring to... Fear and Loathing, yes, Fear and Loathing in Vegas. Very famous Tripping in Vegas. Yes, great film. Great film. Joe Achilles in. How you doing, Joe? He says, hi Steve, you should do a virtual tour of the man cave horror room at some point. Would like to see the setup. You know what, a few people have mentioned this, and I wouldn't do it now, be full of junk. There's a... I don't know if you can see it. What's that? You can try to work out what you can see. You can see that. So this is the back of a chair. If I move that, can you see all these? Look at all this. These are all like... I've got 2 young girls. These are all what Santa's bringing. Obviously, I've got to wrap them for Santa because he's got to deliver to every child in the world. So you can't do all the wrapping. Wrapping's like the most tedious point. So I've got to wrap them and then give them back to Santa. So at the minute, I've got a table full of... There's a bike and a big scooter thing there. There's boxes there from Amazon that we've not even opened them yet. So I wouldn't give you a tour right now because there's nothing to see. But when I get it all clean, I'll do it. I don't know how I'll do it. I don't know how to get the right angles so you can see everything. But yeah, I'll do it. I'll happily do it. It'll be a lot of fun. Colm's in. How you doing, Colm? He says, I was going to enter and ordered... for the Christmas challenge, I mean. I was going to enter and order stuff for it, but the post is so backlogged, I haven't got to it in 2 weeks later. Sad times. Get something done tonight, Colm. I've stretched it 24 hours. You've got 20 green and red with white on it. Dwelling says, has the challenge finished? I'm only taking mine as far as priming, so my lad can paint it Thranduil himself. No, tomorrow night. But do you know what? Even because it's a challenge, it's not a competition. It's a challenge. It's a bit of fun. Even if it's a whip, get it on there because I'd vote for an idea over an execution all day long. The rule of cool for me. So yeah, get it on there. Ruth says, got the photo of you and Ben shouting at me, staring at me. That Ruth. Tattoo. Sean says it's alright. He says it's fine. Ian says, open question. If I rattle can base coated in this cold weather, would it be okay? What goes wrong in the cold? I've never had a problem until tonight with rattle cans when I used Wraithbone, and it wasn't even something that was visually wrong. as I said, paint just wouldn't stick to the models. I need to get these back out of here, don't I? The paint just wouldn't stick to the models on Wraithbone for some reason, which is why the models that I'm supposed to be painting on stream, I am stripping tonight. I've never had a problem. I think if you've had the can in your house and you take it outside and spray them, you'll be fine. I think all I'd say is, and I never understand when people say I've base coated my models and they've gone furry or whatever. I've never had a problem when I still test spray. So I still spray something. It might be the base, it might be a piece of wood, a piece of card. I'll still test spray things before I rattle can a 25 to 30 pound toy soldier. But I think you'll be fine. I just need to turn this light back on, guys, while I brush these out. Is that all right? Too bright? There we go. Just test it. But I think you'll be fine, mate. If you leave the can outside in the cold, I think you might have a problem. But if the can's been in the house and you're just going outside to spray it, I think you're going to be fine. Has anyone in the chat? Does anyone know better than me? Like I've never had a problem, so I'm probably not the best person to ask because I've never had to overcome it. If you know what I mean. Oh man, these are like straight out of the blister now. Good stuff. What I'm going to do in a minute, I'm going to Vallejo primer. Base coated on them, so you'll probably hear generator, but it'll only be for 30 seconds, so don't worry. I need another base. I need a base, guys. So much junk. Oh man, I sorted out my man cave and it was very neat and tidy and everywhere had a place. And then over the last few battle streams where all I've done is come in here and get pissed, and just accumulated mess. Everything's gone to pot. I'll have to dig. I'll dig one out in a minute. I only need one. Right, okay, let's jump back in the chat. Where was I up to? Oh yeah, Ian asked about the rattle cans. Julian says, is your London Army finished? No. No. It's nearly there. I think I've got about 8 models to do and then it's finished, complete. 8 models and a hero. The lady hero, I can't remember her name. But I've got about 8 models and that to paint. She's base coated, base colours on, but that's as far as she is. I need to get that finished actually because I can't tell you why, but I need to get that finished. Colin says, Ian, it should be okay. What I do is put the can in warm water for 5 to 10 minutes before spraying and make sure it's especially well shaken. Never had any problems. Yeah, or just pop it on the radiator. Just pop it on the radiator. Shake test spray. I think I don't. What are the problems in the cold? What have you heard happens? I always thought it was in when it was warm because it speckles and makes the models furry. Because if it's warm, the paint when it leaves the nozzle to hit in the model, it dries en route. I don't think I described that the best way, but you know what I mean. And it just makes the model like furry. But I don't know what's supposed to happen in the cold. Eric says, Redbox minis are cool for D&D, etc. Some are really great for spicing up, say, play. Redbox minis, did they make, is it a slightly larger scale? And they do a lot of like barbarian sculpts and like sort of Norman inspired armour, like the helmets and things like that. Because I think I might have a couple of those actually. When I was playing Frostgrave many moons ago, I'm sure now actually you've said it, I did get some minis from them and they were really cool, like barbarians, like really cool. Like old school 80s style fantasy barbarians. They were awesome minis. If it's the one I'm thinking of. Guys is in. How you doing, pal? He says, evening all. I've been a while to exams, but I'm back painting Numenorians. Good man, good man. Ian saying thanks to Colm. And all went well in your exams, guys. By the way, well done. Good stuff. Good to hear, man. Good to hear. You can use Vallejo black airbrush primer with a brush. The white doesn't work as well. Always brush on prime my SPG models. See, I'm a sucker for airbrush. I just airbrush. I airbrush now. I just can't beat how smooth it is going on. So Alan says, spice rum and ginger ale tonight. Rapidly working through a non-SPG commission so I can move on to a massive Haradrim army. And he says, I warm the cans in warm water before using them. Spray is awesome. It's funny you mention Haradrim because on the desk of Santa's gifts, the desk beyond what I normally... The reason I'm not streaming on the desk beyond is A, because I can't get to it, but B, because when I emptied my kitchen of all the stuff, I needed as many containers as possible to get like all the cups, plates and tins and food, pasta, and we had to put everything in plastic storage boxes, which I have a lot of in here, like those, but bigger, for all my terrain stuff. Where was I going with this? I forgot. What were you saying? Oh yeah, so you mentioned Haradrim. My brain's all over the place. So I had, as anyone who has followed me knows, I'm more of a collector than a gamer, I think, when it comes to SPG. So I collect everything, and I had this like weird OCD thing for many years where for every faction, I would have to have. I'll pronounce my H. I'll try not to be as mank as I actually am. I have to have at least one of every model that they release, and B, for every faction, I have to have at least a 600-point army. At least a 600-point army. A lot of my factions are probably 1,000 plus. But I had this thing where I want to be in a position that if I, on a whim, decided that I wanted to play a certain faction, I was able to do it there and then have to order models and try and get models and And I'd always have that 600-point base to build from if I wanted to. Or play with the build or whatever. So I had a lot of Haradrim, and now I did get rid of some that I instantly regretted. So I got rid of my Abercan Guards, which I hated the fact that I got rid of them because I loved them. I love them models. They're great. And I got rid of a load of stuff, and then I started to get it back over the years, like eBay lots and stuff like that. I started to get them. So over there is how big is it? You know the flat underbed storage boxes? I think they're about 800 millimeters wide by about 400 millimeters deep. Half full of Haradrim. And I emptied it on the desk just because I needed the container. So it's all there in a mess. It needed to go away. And because it's out, I'm now thinking, should I start painting a Haradrim? I mean, I have no right to think that because I have an absolute ton of stuff here in my to-do pile and on my desk that I've not finished. But I would really love a Haradrim army. I would really love to get a load of guards of Abercan Guards, half trolls. I've got tons of Serpent Guards. I love the models. I love the rules. What is this? There's a wire under my feet. I love everything about them. They're great. I've played against them, and then War Spears are lethal. So yeah, I think what I should do is when I bring the box back in, because now it's empty, is stick them back in the box, stick it back on the shelf and leave it there, because I have no right to think that I should start painting them, because there's no way I'll finish them. But there's some really cool models for them. I love the models, the aesthetic that GW have done for those. They're great. So yeah, keep us posted on that when you're painting it, mate. You might inspire me. Tom says, hey mate, I've got to bounce. I'm at work at the moment. If I don't speak to you beforehand, have a great Crimbo and we'll catch up soon. 100% my friend, and likewise, I hope you have a great Christmas and a fantastic New Year, and 2021 is better for yourself and for all of us, and we can get back to doing what we all love and have a lot of fun playing with toy soldiers. That'd be fantastic. So yeah, I wish you well, Tom, and thanks for joining in, mate. Frederick says, checklist done. Dirt, land, super... What? Done, dirt. Checklist. Done, dirt. Ah. I get you now. Done, land. Checklist. Same as done. Dirt. Same as land. I get it. It should not be too difficult to figure out what the flappy creatures are, I think. Right. I've caught up with the chat. I need to find a base. So keep the chat flowing. How long have we been going? How long have we been streaming for? What are we on? Where does it tell me? An hour and 20 minutes already. Flipping heck. Well, I'm not going anywhere yet. I want to get these at least prime. I'm just going to nip over there, climb over all the stuff, and try and find a slaughter base to put little old Sam in. And then I'm going to get them primed. So please do keep the chat coming. Let me know what you're working on. Let me know again what your plans are going forward for your hobby into the new year. Have you got any holiday hobby plans that you want to get done over the hobby? Throw it in the chat now. If you're in the chat and you've not been in before, say hello. I'll be 30 seconds and I'll be back. Why oh why do I glue all my bases before I do anything with them? I've got one. Right. Get him on a paint holder. I'm going to turn this light on again, folks. For a moment, so I'm sorry if it blinds you. It look a bit Halloweeny, don't I? This isn't the paintbrush that I use for priming. It was for painting it for some reason. Just wash that through. And I know you're going to shout at me now, aren't you? For not having a mask. I'll put my mask on. One second. Got my mask ready. Got my paint mixed up. A bit of thinners, some of the primer, don't know why I'm licking the brush, give it a mix. Beautiful. I love this colour as well. RDF Israeli Sand Primer, it's great. It's like a browny beige. Bit of a test. Loving life. Get my mask on. Get me first. I'm going to be able to do this with my gigs on. Right, here we go. That's better. That is better. Frodo's turn, without dropping him. Apologies for the compressor. There we go. Beautiful. Get rid of that. I might wear this, so I'll just wear this for the rest of the stream. Give it a clean. And that is them. File that up there. Turn that. Go like that. Let's see if you can. Don't know how well that's showing, but that's a beautiful colour. It's like a darker beige. Like a cappuccino. It's a great colour. Great coverage as well. Turn it off now. Let them dry a bit. I'm going to open the door so I don't choke on paint. I'll leave that door open for a minute. Put these bad boys back on so I can see what I'm doing. Let's have a look. Try to find where we are in the chat. I think it's where was it up to? It's just after Tom left on it. Alright, there's not much chat going on. Paint Haradrim says dwelling. I've been given free rein on colours, so we are going for deep orange and deep blue. Nice. Oh, it's freezing. I'm going to shut that door actually. Too bloody cold. Right, where was we? Dwelling, wasn't it? Spike Johnson, Haradrim are really nice. If you want to have fun with the colour scheme, I've seen a lot of really nice armies. I'm partial to a yellow and blue. I think that's the beauty of the Haradrim. I have like purples, dark blues, and creams in my head, but you can do anything you want with them because they're not. There's no movie aesthetic really to go off. Ooh, get rid of this. I do what you want with them. I've seen some awesome colour schemes. I'll drink some beer. Dwelling says, I found an image on Pinterest and we both agreed it is the dogs. Nice. Julian says, my happy plans for Christmas break are finish off Polish that I'm currently working on, paint up to 10 times 10 white stroke grey horses for my Rohan Royal Guard so they match Theoden. Cool. Then start preparing Gondor conversions for the next battle streams. Nice. Ian says, next year I'll probably start on a new army as I should complete Rohan real soon. Mordor 99% done. Not sure what direction to go. Angmar is my dream, but no models available. Are Corsairs fun to paint? I don't know. I didn't paint it. Angel, who's one of our patrons, and a regular in the chat. I don't think she's in tonight. She's not said hello. Corsairs for me, and they look awesome. I do again love that aesthetic. They look really, really nice, but they look like the cool to paint. In fact, I'm lying. I did paint some. I made some. What do you call it? Reavers. I converted some Reavers using the top half of the. I had a load of the plastic Urukai Berserkers that you got with the bomb teams, the plastic one, with the flaming brand. I used from the waist up and took the head off, put a human head on one of the Corsair heads, the Corsair baggy MC Hammer pants on the bottom, but then it had like a really muscular torso. He had a sword, so I changed the Urukai sword to be like a scimitar, is that what you call them? And then in the other hand, which had the flaming brand, I'd put like the dagger. And they look really cool. They come out really well when painted like in a normal sort of tanned flesh. They looked all right, and it was a pretty decent conversion. I think I did 6 of them. and then did nothing else with the army. That was many moons ago. Joe says, I've set myself the rather ambitious target of painting 24 models, which are 21 Moria Goblins, plus any 3 others that are currently on my desk, plus the second half of my Moria terrain by the end of the year. You have got just over a week. I think you can do it, Joe. I think it's a walk in the park for you. Aaron's in. How you doing, Aaron? He says, evening, Steve. Sorry I'm late to the party. I agree, the Rajram are a very cool and underrated army. You're not late, mate. Thanks for joining us. Joe says, I have absolutely no reason to expect to make it, but I'm remaining optimistic. I think you'll do it, mate. I think you'll do it. And Aaron says, in the past week, I've gone from I'm not starting any more armies or projects until my current lot are completed to now wanting to start 2 new armies. It's like a daily occurrence for me. My plans between now and Christmas isn't hobby, but hobby related. I'm going to be doing some construction as I sort out getting my new hobby space ready. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. I'm really lucky to have this man cave, because I know a lot of people struggle to get space. I think if I didn't have this, I don't think I'd hobby, just because it would be so difficult. I couldn't paint in the house. I tried it once. I think I tried it like the first lockdown, because I was hobbying a lot. I was in here a lot. And I remember thinking, everyone's at home. The kid missus at home. I'm going to paint in there, so I'm at least with them, kind of thing. And it didn't last long. I couldn't do it. I think that's why I very rarely paint on stream. I have every intention to sit here and chat and paint, but I can't seem to do the two. For me, painting has always been something that I do when I'm alone. So if anyone's got any violin music, stick it in here now somewhere. Painting's always been something that I do when I'm alone and I concentrate and I'm quiet, and I'll either have some music on in the background, but what I tend to do, I have watched so many books that I haven't actually watched. I've just listened whilst I've painted. And I think because I'm in that mindset, and that's the norm for when I'm painting, I just sit and don't speak. When I turn all notifications off on Facebook and stuff, because just that pinging. And then I always have this thing, and I think, again, that's my working mind. If I know that someone's messaged me or tagged me or something, I need to deal with it there and then. So it really puts me off my stride when I'm painting. I can't paint, hear a ping, and it will bug me until I find out what it is, if it's something I've got to do. I think that's just to do with work and things like that. But yeah, I know a lot of people struggle. So good luck with the workspace, Aaron. I hope it turns out as you expect. Like I said, I'm very lucky to have this. It's not a big space, but it's a garage. It's more than what most people have got. It's not really a garage. It was a garage. I've plastered it, and there's an attic space which has got more storage in, and then obviously all my stuff's in here. There's electric in here, there's heating in here, there's water in here, there's anything I need in here. So I'm very, very lucky to have this. I just wish it was bigger. I might speak to one of my neighbours, because they've got an adjoining garage, and see if they want to rent me that garage and knock it through and just have like gaming tables and everything out. It'd be super cool. I don't think they'll play ball though. Where are we? Julian says, oh sorry, I missed your comment, Julian, did I? I'm tempted by the Gundabats to start a Gundabad army. Yeah, they are cool. They're not to everyone's taste, and that's fine. You know, I know a lot of they got a bit of hate as well. I'm trying to get a good image. I got 2 blisters, so I've got 4 bats. I really like them. I've got quite a big Gundabad army, which I think you can see Stompy Troll there. That's on my Gundabad shelf on there. A lot of it's painted as well. I just don't really play with it. But I do like the aesthetic. I do like the models. They're great. I couldn't not get them. I like them. I think they're cool. I really like them. There's good luck to Joe. Eric says, undecided on hobby plans moving forward. With such a huge backlog, I just painted what I felt like painting this year to good results. But I'm looking to focus a bit more on terrain in 2021. Well, the series Top Table Terrain School will be right up your street then, Eric. I'll be building some stuff. It's as much for you guys who have any interest in terrain building as it is for myself, because I feel like I've really neglected my terrain building in the last, probably since lockdown started. Really, I thought you'd have thought that I'd have got a load of stuff done. I just haven't. I think the last thing I did was the Hobbiton board, which I thoroughly enjoyed building. I'm really proud of it. I can't wait for people to play on it and see it in person at the next event, whenever that we can flipping have one. I did the Ascilia Fruin board, which was done with some of that 3D printed terrain, which again turned out better than I thought it would. I'm not a massive fan of 3D printed terrain. I like it. I like the idea of 3D printed terrain. It's just at the minute, I just don't think that 3D printers are where I would like them to be to get rid of my scalpels and PVA. The little things that you can't do with a 3D printer. But they're fantastic, and that board turned out really well. But the Hobbiton board for me I had a lot of fun building that, and I want to build stuff. I want to build terrain. That's what I love doing. It's probably my favourite part of the hobby. So the terrain school is something I'm really going to get stuck into, and I hope people get behind it. If people behind it, I'll do more and more and more. I've said this on loads of streams. I've said it on battle streams. I've said it on here. But really, as someone who does this thing and put yourself out there when you do YouTube stuff, and the internet can be a pretty daunting place. We're very lucky in the Middle Earth community because we've got a massive Middle Earth following. But yeah, I've been in some groups where you just get ripped apart and people say stuff that's just like not nice. But you got to have a tough skin. I like to think I've got a tough skin. But you put yourself out there, and I think what motivates you to keep doing it more is it sounds like nothing, but likes on a video, comments on a video, huge. That's when I get the most motivated, is when I put something out once. It just makes me want to do more, makes me want to do better, makes me want to put the next video that goes out be better than the last one. And I think that kind of shows when we were doing the battle reports. The battle reports were something that I'd lashing about. I wanted them to stand out. I wanted them to be different. The different camera angles, just a different way of doing things, trying to be more immersive. And I think we got some. I'm not. I was going to say I'm not even like 99. I'm not even like 70% happy with how we filmed them. I do think that there is a magic formula out there for the perfect battle report, and I just don't think anyone's found it yet. And I'm hoping, I'm going to try my hardest to find that that way that works, that is immersive, that is fun to watch. Feel like you're in the room with the two people playing, and the banter's there, and you're laughing along. Not just there for the game and to see who wins, and just for the other side of it, the social side of it, the interaction side of it, that I wanted to get across with battle reports. And I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep plugging away. I can't wait to get back to the studio. Get back in the studio. God, I'm gonna the day that I can go back to the studio and bring people with me, I'm gonna spend a day and I'm gonna film about 4 battle reports, even if I'm not in them. That's another thing I want to do on the channel. I want people, and I've said this loads. If you are interested in being in a battle report on Top Table Gaming, hit me up. Either come down and play me, or if you've got a pal, you play regular, and you've got like a nice looking army, the door's always open. Come and play. I'll just film it, and then I'll edit it, and then we'll hang out. We'll have a game on camera. We'll hang out. We'll have some fun games. Get a couple of beers in the gaming hall, and we'll just make it a bit of a day. It'd be cool. Where are we? It's really hard to keep up with this chat. Aaron says, just make the neighbours an offer they can't refuse. Yeah. Like what? You pay them. I have a plan to try and get through my Lord of the Rings painting backlog with a weekly lucky dip. Whether it works, we'll find out this time next year. It's a good idea. And Aaron also says, I think Lucky is a good formula of sorts for battle reports, but I still think there is room for progression. Yeah, I like Lucky's battle reports. I have this. See, I couldn't explain to you what the perfect battle report is for me, and probably what is the perfect battle report for me is not the perfect battle report for you or for Joe Blogs, Uncle Bob. It is all personal opinions, but I love battle reports, but then I'm quite critical of battle reports because I filmed a lot of them. So some battle reports have, they might have 6 of the 10 key things that I want in them, and then another battle report might have 6 of different things. But it's a difficult thing to film. Filming battle reports is not easy, really difficult. It's a lot harder than you think it is. The easy way to film a battle report is camcorder, point, roll, shoot, move. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's where I started, and it's great. Now the only problem with it is, if it's a long battle report, you can feel a little bit ill by the end of it. You can feel a little bit dizzy, a little bit sick, travel sick, or whatever you want to call it, motion sickness, and it's quite hard to work out where everything is on the board. So if you're just watching it for fun and for banter, that's perfect for what you want. But if you do want to sort of take in the tap. You're thinking, as well as having fun with the players that are there, you're thinking about the scenario, you're thinking about the armies and who's where on the board and where the objectives are on the board. With a handycam just pointing at different areas of the board, you never get that sort of, you don't know where everything is. That's why I always like to have like a top down with a full view of the board. I like to have the close in action cam. I like to have a camera on the players interaction. I like to have the dice rolls, so you get in the true dice rolls. It's really difficult, really difficult. There's a few out there that are really good. Lucky's definitely up there. I mean, visually, Lucky's are amazing. The Star Wars stuff he's done recently, was out of this world, fantastic. He's a very talented guy. But I've not nailed what I want to do yet. 2021, I'm going to get there. I'm filming a pre-recorded battle report. Is entirely different to filming a live battle report. Totally different kettle of fish, which I learned on the spot the hard way. But enjoy both in equal measure in different ways. So yeah, I've got a lot to do. I just need to get back in the studio and be able to do it. Where are we? Ruth says yes, want to play. Ruth and Sean, you better come down. I'll be upset if you don't. I will be upset. I'm happy to come and play on camera for battle reports. Cool, man. We need all the people that want to come to come. It'll be great. Like I say, I'm happy to play people and be on it, but it's gonna get boring seeing me make stupid tactical decisions all the time, which I tend to do, or not roll higher than a 2 all game, which I tend to do a lot. That'll get boring. I mean, I'll be in a lot of them, but I don't want it all to be me versus such and such, me versus such and such, me versus such and such. It'd be great just to get different people on, and yeah, just I can narrate, I can chat, I can chat to them pre-game about their armies, I can chat to them post-game about how they thought the game went, and I'll just concentrate on making it look pretty, and that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Derry says, well up for coming and playing you, sir. I'd be keen. Yes, we have. We've said it loads, haven't we? We've said it loads, and we've been a bit crap, haven't we, at getting it done. And then the pandemic happened, and kind of forced our hand not to be able to do anything. But yeah, 100%, man, 100%. That'll be great. Anyone who doesn't know, me and Dewey were doubles partners at Seven Stones. Not the last one the year before, is that right? Dewey, I can't remember. We had a great weekend. It was a lot of fun. We had fiefdoms. It was a really good weekend. That really good weekend, considering that we'd not played together before. I don't even think we've actually played against each other. I thought it went really well. It was dead relaxed. I mean, it's a relaxed event anyway. It's a great event, but it was really relaxed. Just yeah, I had a belting weekend. Brothers for life, man. We'll have to do that again. Spike Johnson says, I watch a lot of battle reports and I like everything unless the people have too many rules wrong. Love the idea of live commentating of tournament games, which you have mentioned before. Yep. Lockheed and Warhammer TV have done it well. Yes, they have. Spike, check out if you go into our playlist, if you just search on Top Table Gaming live battle report, I think there's 3 or 4, which is a taster of what we're trying to achieve. It's a little bit rough around the edges, but it is, you'll get the vibe of what we're trying to achieve. And that was pre-lockdown. That was sort of a work in progress of what we wanted to take on the road and go to other people's events, set cameras up on Top Table or whatever. We have a little desk with all our equipment, and we have guest judges on, guest commentators on, should I say, or people who are there not to play, just to hang out. People who are known in the community, who know what they're talking about. And I really enjoyed that. I've really enjoyed that, and I can't wait to do it more. Glyn says, I will fly over for a weekend, COVID permitting, happily. Good man. We know you're a legend, Glyn. Aaron says, to Spike, Lockie did one recently where he commentated on a game between Dunland and Isengard, I think, and that was awesome. Definitely gave another level of detail, especially rules, tactics. Yeah, I always think, and I'll say this all the time because it happens to me a lot. So if I go to an event, generally anyone who's played me will I think back me up on this. I'm quite a laid back player. I don't not have any interest in the game. That's not at all. Like obviously I want to play. I want to give you a game. I want to try and win. But at the same time, I like to think I'm quite easygoing. But even I have moments. Sometimes I'm not a top table player, but there has been occasions where day 2 I'm up there purely by accident or by the skin of my teeth, and my head goes. I'll literally set my models up, see the person across from me. It could be an Ed Bohr, it could be a Devon Marino, or a player who's known to be a good player. And I'll look, and I won't know what to. I'll think, where should I deploy? I don't know what to do here. Like, is that right? Am I doing something stupid? Do I look like an idiot? I get a load of self-doubt about it. And that happens in games a lot. When you speak to people, it happens a lot. Like sometimes your mind just goes blank. You just have a brain fart and don't know what to do. So I think having commentators there who are in a more relaxed position, they're there just to talk about the game, and they can point things out. I think that's better from a viewing perspective. That even if someone is making a mistake, there's people there to talk through it or talk tactically about maybe they're doing it because of this, that, the other, And I really like commentary on games. I think it's the way forward. Warhammer TV have an amazing setup, as you'd expect them to. This is their game. They're a multi-million-pound company. They have an amazing setup. I would love to have free reign with their setup for a day, because even as amazing as their battle reports are, there's still bits of their battle reports where I think they should do it this way. They should do it that way. And yeah. You might say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. I probably don't know what I'm talking about. But again, it's personal opinion, right? Though he says, yes, COVID hasn't helped at all. No, it hasn't. It's Harry, by the way. Harry. I always get mixed up when it says Battle Games in Middle-earth with, what do you call it? What's Dewey's called? I always get mixed up. Harry, I do apologise, my friend. Obviously, the door is always open, Harry. I've been saying this to you for ages to come down. And can we all just give a virtual round of applause to Mr. Harry Parkhill for his 24-hour stream, which I was very honoured to have a small appearance on with Damien. It was a lot of fun. And my friend, I don't know how you did it. But I have caught up on a lot of your content. I've seen the stuff with Kylie whilst I was working away in the kitchen. I had you on my phone, and that was an amazing feat for a good cause as well. Do check out Harry's 24-hour live stream if you've been under a rock and haven't seen it. It is amazing. Harry's an awesome dude. But yeah, Harry, yes, come to the studio soon and we'll do stuff. You're not too far away. Once COVID's dealt with, we'll get you a... Spike says, yeah, I've watched them and I was really excited about them. They are fun because you can get some good banter in there as well. Yeah. I think a lot of the stuff, if it's me, I'll be honest, I'm not a competitive player. You know, I'll try, but I'm not a competitive player. You're going to get a lot more tactical sense from guest commentators. You know, you Will Champions and your Dan Entwistles. Well, not Dan Entwistle now, because now he's got a job starting in the new year for GW. So unfortunately, he may not be appearing on any of the third-party stuff anymore, which is a crying shame, but great for Dan that he's got the job of his dreams. But you know what I mean. So people who are at the higher end of their gaming hobby as such, commentating, you'll get more tactical insight from them guys. I'll probably just take the piss. Underdog Painting, hey guys, hope you're all well. Hope you are well also, my friend. Frederick says, still had to watch the last part of the 24-hour stream. Everything so far was great. It was amazing. I watched loads of it on day one. I kept dipping. I had it on when I was in the car, I had it on, and when I was at home, I had it on whilst I was cooking and doing the kitchen and whatever. And then obviously I was on it on Saturday evening, and then I had a lie-in. Because when I finished on the stream, it was quite late, I think. But then I had a lie-in on the Sunday, and I think I caught the last few hours, and then straight after it finished, I was a bit gutted that it finished, and then just went back to the previous video and started watching through what went on through the night. And there was a time, Harry, where you had like a lull. You could see you literally like you just dropped off a cliff, but then you towards the end, I think it must have been the fact that you knew you had the end in sight. You come back and yeah, it was great. It was great to watch. You're a crazy person. Eric says, Harriet again, epic effort, my man, outstanding effort. And yeah, correct. When my remote controls, one of my screens is going to stand by. There we go. And Harry says, thanks for the kind words. I'm close enough indeed. Get this pandemic done and I'll be there. Good stuff, man. It'd be good to have you over. I'll buy you a steak. Yeah, we'll do some stuff. We can do some stuff for Top Table, and we can do some stuff for Battle Games or for Entmoot. Anything you want, we'll do. And Glenn's giving Harry a well-deserved round of applause. We're caught up on the chat, so I'm going to check on these dudes. I'll have a little drink first. How long have we been going? It's like 2 hours, is it? What time are we on? Let's have a look. Where does it tell you? I could see it before. I don't know. Anyway, let's have a look. Yeah, they're looking beautiful. So these guys, it's the two running hobbits. You can see them. Let's try and get a boat race out of it, don't I? And I think anyone who joined in the battle streams, where's my bauble gone? Oh, flipping heck, I've lost my bauble. There it is. Well, no, what I'm going to do is have them running down this hill with a snowball chasing after them. And it's like knocked a couple of trees down and there'll be a snowman there. So the snow's done. I've just got to get some trees, clean up the bauble because it's got a bit of glue on it. I need to get some thinners on it and paint these guys before Christmas Day. So I'm going to turn that off actually. I'm going to get them painted tomorrow, I think. I'm not going to get any painted tonight now. Just be honest. Be honest with myself. Yeah. Let's have a look. Where does it tell you that? I think what we'll do then, I may as well give you a little hint as to what sorry guys, I'm trying to read something at the same time. Give you a little hint as to the competition then that's coming. So I touched on it earlier. give you some teasers. So I'm going to run a competition. It's not really a competition. I think it's just going to be basically like a raffle. So it doesn't cost you anything. It's free to enter. It's going to be some sort of post. I think it's going to be whether you, because we're very close to 8,000 subscribers as well on the channel. Very, very close. I think we're like 40 people off or something like that. Off 8,000, which is mind blowing. So it's going to be some sort of share the channel, share the page type malarkey. I want to make it fun. I want to make it interesting. So, you know, I'm open to ideas. So if you've got any ideas about a good way to run a competition via YouTube and Facebook, then please do let me know. Drop me a message and let me know on Facebook. That'd be great. But the prize is going to be, like I said, probably the biggest prize that we've given away on the channel. So I wrote to a few people, and a couple of the things that we've got some limited edition miniatures that you can no longer get. And this, FYI, this isn't a Middle Earth competition. Everyone's free to enter. It's a hobby competition. So the miniatures may be Middle Earth related. They may not be Middle Earth related. They may be another gaming system related. But what I will say is they are limited edition miniatures. There are some paints involved. There are some painting apparatus involved. There could be some gaming aids involved. There could be a certain gaming mat company involved. There's a lot. It's a big prize, and it's basically a bundle. Initially, I was gonna use it as a good excuse to drag it out and have one person winning this and one person in and out and one person, which I know some people will say, well, that's the fairest way to do it. But do you know what? What I'd really like to do is put a smile on someone's face after the crap year that we've all had, where even though in a way you kind of think, we're hobbyists, we're painters, you know, this is right up our street being stuck in painting. It's not, is it? Because a lot of us do go to events, not even necessarily to play. I don't go to events to play games. Playing games, I've said this loads, playing games is a secondary bonus as to why I go to events. I go to events to hang out and meet the people that I'm talking to. Some of the people tonight, people that I've been talking to on the Facebook group, people that support us. I keep saying us. It's us. People that support the channel and make it all possible. Make it possible to be able to do this. Make it possible to be able to pay the rent on the studio. You know, get the equipment that we need to make the videos. That's what I go for. Just, you know, just to in person meet them and hang out with them and spend time with them, and it's what I get most from this community. Welcomed. I don't think I was your typical hobbyist gamer, whatever, when I first got into this, but I was welcomed with open arms by people who I would probably never have ever met in my life. Would never have, our paths would never have crossed. People from different parts of the country, people from different parts of the world, people who I have absolutely nothing in common with other than the fact that we both really like Lord of the Rings miniatures. So yeah, so it's nice for me, and basically the point is, now this is such a big part of my life, it's nice for me to sort of do stuff to try and be a small part of that for other people that are in the hobby, and try and keep them in the hobby. So yeah, so I wanna give it all to one person. So one lucky so and so is gonna get a prize I don't think they'll forget anytime soon. and it's gonna be good. I'll put a post out if I get a chance to clear a bit of space and put everything on a table and take some photographs of it. I'll put a post out this week. It's more than likely going to be after Christmas, between Christmas and New Year, because then everything that's in here will be out, will be under the tree. So yeah, keep watching. I think you'll want to be involved. I hope you'll want to be involved, and I hope you'll help us push past that 8,000 subscribers and onward. It'd be great if we could keep going, keep building the community the way that we're building. I've got stuff that I want to do, that I'm keen to do, and yeah, I just think having that boost would really motivate me to do it. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff to look forward to. We've got events to look forward to, which is great. I want to look forward to some collab stuff. Harry, I'm looking at you. Dowie, I'm looking at you. I think we should all come together as a community, even though we have our own little, I've got Top Table, you guys have got your YouTube channels or podcasts. I think all working together can only be a positive thing. I've always said that. I don't think there's anything to gain from not working together and being quite possessive about stuff, which I've found in YouTube circles is quite common. It's quite odd. Some people can be quite possessive about their thing and not want to do stuff with other YouTubers. It's a bit weird, but it'd be great. I'm happy to work with anyone who's happy to work with me, and would really like to do that and just make good stuff, make good content for people to watch, because that's why we're doing it. So yeah, I think, guys, we are going to call it. It's 11:05. I've only drank half a beer because I've not stopped chatting. I've primed 2 models, which is more than I normally do. So I'm going to give myself a pat on the back for that. I hope you all have an amazing Christmas. I hope you're all going to stay safe and be sensible. And I really, really look forward to seeing you in the new year and chatting to you in the new year. There may be another stream in between. It's my birthday on the 27th. Let's get it in there. You want to send me a card. I'm all for cards. I like cards. I like to feel popular. Please do. Birthday on the 27th. I don't think we can do anything here. I don't think I can go out or anything. So maybe 28th, 29th, something like that. I might do a stream, announce the competition, and we'll go from there. But keep an eye out for it. It's going to be big. I want to make a big deal out of it because it is big. It's a big prize. It's a big prize. It's not a trip across the world big, but it's big as far as we're concerned. Like, it's a big prize. So yeah, keep an eye out. Please keep supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate everything you guys do. It's you guys that make the channel what it is. I'm just the idiot in front of the camera who talks nonsense. And I can't wait to see you all. We're gonna definitely arrange. The thing is, I've been saying this over on battle streams as well, and I think it'd be a great idea because the communities are very similar. A lot of people who are in the TTG community are in the battle streams community and vice versa. Anyway, but I think it'd be a great idea to arrange a hangout somewhere. Warhammer World is an obvious choice when we're allowed to head over to Warhammer World and just have a day or a couple of days where we just hang out. I think it'd be great. But yes, until then, people, have an amazing Christmas. Stay safe, I said, and I'll see you all soon. I can't wait to see what you're getting on with over Christmas. I can't wait to see what hobby stuff you get. So make sure you do share it in the group. Let's make the group pretty active over the holidays. That'll be fantastic. I'll be in there a lot more than I've been in the last week because I've been up to my neck in plumbing and cookers and kitchen cupboards, and it's been grim. So I'll be over there. But yeah, let's keep in touch, keep each other going, and support each other over this difficult period. And yeah, that's it from me. So Merry Christmas, everybody. Have an amazing holiday, and I will see you all very, very soon. Take care.